The New York Knicks just finished beating the Philadelphia 76ers by the score of 128-92, and I'm here to break it all down. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dariel from Knicks Digest, and let's get right into today's video. So the game just finished. I'm here to give you guys some takeaways that I had. First and foremost, the deuce is loose, baby. Miles McBride, 4 for 4 from three-point land. It is so good to see Miles McBride start to get in his own stride, start to be confident in his offensive game. And one of the videos that I did earlier today, that was actually one of the main topics. I talked about how the second point guard coming off the bench after Jalen Brunson, that spot is looking a little shaky, is looking a little dicey. And then tonight, Miles McBride getting the responsibility, getting the minutes that Coach Tibbs going to give him. He comes into the game and his first 4 shots are 3-pointers and he's 4 for 4. Like, you could not have written this any better. Now, is this going to be Miles McBride every single time he comes in the game? Absolutely not. But what I was looking for, I was just looking to see how aggressive he was going to be with the minutes that Coach Tibbs gave him. And seeing that he was aggressive and that he's trying to show Coach Tibbs and the rest of the team that he's going to be a viable option off the bench, it's looking really good right now. It's looking really good. Now, again, every game he's not going to be 4 for 4 in the first half for 12 points, 3-point, 4 for 4. It's not going to be like that. This might be an anomaly, but as far as how aggressive he was in taking those shots, that's what I was very impressed with, and that's what I was looking for. I was just looking for him to take the shots, show everybody that he was willing to take the shots and be aggressive, and try to show everybody that, yeah, I'm going to be the one coming off the bench and to back up Jalen Brunson. Now, I decided to start off with something positive, but there's got to be some sort of yin and yang balance to this video. So I got to talk about something a little negative. We got to talk about one of the leaders of the Knicks, Chris's guy, Julius Randle. Julius Randle ended with 8 points, 1 of 11 from the field, 0 from 3 from three-point. He hit all 6 of his free throws, but sheesh, that was a horrible game by Julius Randle. Now, as to why he had such a horrible game. So this is my theory. So when the game started, Jalen Brunson was rolling. Miles McBride was rolling. Hartenstein was giving dimes as if he was like the second coming of Steve Nash. So you didn't really need Julius Randle to be a part of the offense because the Knicks were playing so well and they had a good lead. So I think that took Julius Randle out of his groove to start the game. And then when he tried to get into his groove, it was so forced and it was so like predetermined that it was just a lost cause. And I think that's why he ended up with the game that he ended up with. And one of the things that I saw tonight that I can't stand is when the Knicks have good offense, but then when they decide to give the ball to Julius Randle in the mid to high post, and then everybody else just stand and watch as if he's James Harden in 2017 Houston Rockets, I can't deal with that. Why would you stagnate the offense, and why would you give the ball to the most ball stopperist, if that's a word, player on the team? The offense is grooving. The offense is moving. You got body movement. You got ball movement. Don't stagnate the offense and give the ball to Julius Randle and tell him to just make a play. Keep running what you're doing, Tibbs. I'm not going to go too crazy on Randle because the last few games he's been balling out of his mind. So Randle, tonight definitely wasn't a good game for you. But the fact that the others came into play, shout out Shaq, the others came to play and they really picked it up for you, you get a pass. Now, the other head of the two-headed monster, yeah, we're talking about Jalen Brunson, in my opinion, the best player on the team. Finished with 30 points, 11 of 20 from the field, 4 of 9 from three-point, hit all 4 of his free throws. Man, Jalen Brunson was just out there on the court and just like hitting pull-up threes, calling for the pick and roll with Hartenstein, and then when he gets the defender on his hip, just riding him, and then when he pulls up, attracting the foul, doing his Kobe footwork. Man, 30 points and he has to be a definite all-star this year, man. Being one of the better guards, if not the best guard in the Eastern Conference as far as the NBA, that might be a conversation for another video. I might have added that as a topic as one of my most recent videos. Go check it out. But man, Jalen Brunson is just such a steady and balanced point guard and a player. It's like you know where you're gonna get with him. Just the type of points he's gonna get, when he's gonna make his points, when he's gonna make his mark. Man, I love that guy. Now, in the video that I recorded recently talking about this upcoming game, one of the topics was Isaiah Hartenstein versus Joel Embiid. Now, Joel Embiid ended up with a 30-10 game. the 30 and 10 was like the least impactful 30 and 10 that I ever seen. But Isaiah Hartenstein, man, ended with 17 points, 8 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from free throws. He ended up with 1 offensive rebound, five offensive rebounds. Like, yeah, he didn't have a 30-point game and go tit for tat with Joel Embiid. But what Isaiah Hartenstein brings to this offense that Mitchell Robinson just absolutely does not have the capability of is Isaiah Hartenstein is able to get the ball in the high post. He's able to hit those players doing back cuts. He's able to, if the defense knows that the defender is going to run for a backdoor, Isaiah Hartenstein has the ability to put the ball on the floor and hit that little left-handed floater. Mitchell Robinson doesn't have that capability. He can't do one of the two. Or neither. All Mitchell Robinson is really good. You run plays for him out of a timeout, throw an alley-oop. I mean, as far as a defender, he's our anchor, so I'm not going to dismiss that at all. But I'm just saying, with Isaiah Hartenstein being the starting position as a 5, it's just there's a little bit more fluidity in that position, which then leaks out into the rest of the team. It feels like everybody can sort of make a play. I mean, Jalen Brunson is definitely a playmaker. Julius Randle is a playmaker type-ish. Dante DiVincenzo can put the ball on the floor. He can create plays for others. Isaiah Hartenstein can do that. So you have a little bit of everything in that starting 5, and I'm really, really impressed with Isaiah Hartenstein. Now, hopefully he keeps this up. Now, it's asking a lot of him to keep this up until April, May, depending on how long they go into the playoffs, which, again, the trade deadline coming up soon is going to be very, very important for us to pick up another solid big man. The two glaring holes that I see is the big man position, now that Mitchell Robinson is going to be out for the ankle surgery, and the backup point guard. I started the video talking about Miles McBride. Deuce. Now, if Deuce plays like this, he's not going to have 4 for 4 in the first half, 12 points, 3 points. No, it's not going to be like that. I understand that. But if he could show a nice, consistent, steady diet of being aggressive, of taking the shots when they're available to him, then maybe we might not need another solid backup point guard. Maybe Deuce might be it. But we're going to wait and see. But up until now, this is a great win for the New York Knicks. Orange and blue skies, baby. And one last note, not really about the Knicks, just about Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey is definitely going to be a future All-Star, might even be this season and for future seasons to come. But, man, Tyrese Maxey is looking like the second coming to James Harden. And it's so funny because James Harden was on the 76ers last season. Tyrese Maxey, all he does is drive down the lane, put the ball down all the way to his ankles, and then trying to raise up for a layup, and the refs have to call it because the defender's arms are just, like, outright. And it's just one of the most annoying things. Like, I hated that time period in the NBA when it was, like, 2016, 2017, 2018 Houston Rockets James Harden, where like it was just so boring to watch him. You give him the ball at the top of the key and then he just isos 30 dribbles in between the legs and he puts up a shot, and then he's probably going to get the foul called on him because he's kicking his legs. It was just the most annoying era of basketball that I hated to watch, and it looks like Tyrese Maxey is kind of like the evolutionized version of that. So that's just one thing that I saw during this game, which was annoying. I also think I finally got the perfect nickname for Joel Embiid. Now, ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, Molly, Malika Andrews, Michael Wilbon, whoever wants to use this, just please shout out Knicks Digest and shout out Dariel Concha because I'm the one that created this. But Joel Embiid's nickname moving forward should be called Inception or The Inception. And the reason why is because he is the second dream. Now, if you think about it, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Now Joel Embiid is the second dream. He is the second version, the evolutionized version of Hakeem Olajuwon. He has the moves, but what Joel Embiid has that Hakeem Olajuwon doesn't have, he has the ball handling skills. And if you want to argue that Hakeem Olajuwon has the ball handling skills, Joel Embiid's ball handling skills are a little bit better. It's a little bit more evolutionized. And he has a three-point shot. Hakeem the Dream absolutely did not have a three-pointer. So whoever wants to pick that out, roll with it. Just make sure you shout out Dario. Make sure that you say I created it, and shout out Knicks Digest as well. Really big win for the Knicks by the score of 128-92. Now we move forward, and we're going to go to Washington, D.C. to play the Wizards. Now, this should be a win, and I don't want to disrespect the Washington Wizards, but they are one of the worst teams in the league. So the Knicks should go in there and get a win, but you never know. It's a second game of a back-to-back. You know, bodies might be tired, bodies might be sore. You never know what type of energy they might put out. If we get the win, amazing. If we don't, depending on how we lose, it might get us a little nervous, but we'll see what happens. But that's it for today's video, guys. I want to say thank you so much for checking out this video. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about the Knicks' performance tonight. Tell me about Isaiah Hartenstein. Tell me about Deuce McBride coming in the game looking like the second coming of Steph Curry. And I'll check you guys out in the next video. Peace.